Now I have this text. Why choose this as our goal? I would like just to wrap around a question mark. So I'm going to go ahead and create a path that looks like a question mark. To do that, I'm going to grab the pen tool and I'm going to click and I drag, which gives me that nice curve. And I'm just going to drag around until I get a question mark. Now with my question mark selected, I'm going to adjust this just a little bit. I can change how this looks. So here's my question mark. Now what I want this text to do is I want it to follow along on the path. So to do this, I'm going to go ahead and go to my layer, and if it's not visible, I'm going to twirl down, and then I'm going to choose Path Options. Now here it's asking me for the path. So I can click on here and I can choose Mask 1, which is what I have created with the pen tool. So if I click Mask 1, you can see it kind of curves around right there. Now I want it to kind of look like it's climbing down and going to the end. Before I do that though, I want to choose what the end looks like. So I like to animate by looking what the end goal is going to be. So I'm going to move my playhead towards the end of what I want it to be. Now I'm going to extend my text so it goes further down, and by extending it, I'm going to add more space to it. So if I select my text and I come over here in my properties, you will see that here it is, the VA. This is the tracking. If you click and drag it, it will add more space in between, and there you can see why I choose this as our goal. It kind of stretches along the whole space. I can click off of it, and there's my text. I want it to kind of serpentine around this text as we go. Now that my text looks like the question mark, I'm going to animate backwards to what I want it to start as. To do that, I'm going to come down to my text. I'm going to choose Animate, the arrow next to Animate, and I'm going to find where it says Tracking. Remember, tracking is what we adjusted up here. So now with my tracking underneath Animator 1, I can set it to before, because before this point is where I want it to change. So I'm going to change this to before, and then I'm going to go ahead and choose tracking type, and I'm going to choose tracking amount. So now that's what I want it to look like. If I go back to the beginning of this clip, I can now choose the amount of tracking, and I can squish it down so there's not much to it. Now if I play through, you can see the text goes down. I can turn the volume on. Right now I have it turned off, and I can see how it matches up with the text.
I choose this as our goal.
And if it goes too slow for me, I can move my cursor a little bit closer this way. Actually, I can just drag the playhead there. I can just drag the keyframe if I want it to go faster. So that's how you can add text to a path, as well as how you can change the amount of tracking or the distance between the letters.